Yahuah is saying, in a year and some days, you will be troubled, you complacent women, for the vintage will fail, the gathering will not come. So he's letting you know right here, there will be a year, there will be a time, and then some days, and you will be troubled. There will be troubles. You will have issues and problems, and these issues and problems going in your mind going to hold you back from doing what he's saying. Come out of her. But you know, he make a way when there is no way. But he's saying, and this gathering will not come. This gathering will not come for many of these people because they're going to allow their circumstances to stand in the way, and they're not going to do what the scriptures say and strengthen yourself. Is another point I need to bring out here. Many of them they don't know how to cry out to the Most High, and this is something that he's going to allow me to bring out, how to cry out to him, because we don't know how. And we know how to cry out to him, we will get his undivided attention, and he will move on our behalf. Verse 11 says, tremble, you women who are at ease. Be troubled, you complacent ones. Strip yourselves, make yourselves bare, and gird sackcloth on your waist. He's saying you're going to have to strip yourself. Now, this is a deep saying right here. And there's a deep message within this. Strip yourself of whatever that's holding you back. And I'm going to leave that alone. You ask him, what does he want you to strip yourself of? He says, he's telling you why you need to strip yourself and what's coming. Verse 12, people shall mourn upon their breasts. People will be laying on their chest, holding their loved ones, and will be mourning for the pleasant fields and the fruitful vine. On the land of my people will come up thorns and briars. Yes, on all the happy homes in the joyful cities, because the palaces will be forsaken. The bustling cities will be deserted. So these houses, palaces, they will be destroyed. They will be forsaken. The forts and towers will become liars forever. And the joy of wild donkeys and pastured flocks until, listen, all of this will take place until the Ruach is poured upon us from on high, and the wilderness becomes a fruitful field. So, and let me read the last part. And the fruitful field is counted as a forest. So if this wilderness becomes a fruitful field, and you didn't come out to partake, you didn't come out to say, forget Babylon, leaving this behind and going to something new. If you don't do this, then you will not see this fruitful field that will be in the wilderness. It says, then justice will dwell in the wilderness. See, until then, up until this point, justice will dwell in the wilderness, and the righteousness remain in the fruitful field. The works of righteousness will be shalom, and the effort of righteousness, quietness and assurance forever. My people will dwell in a peaceful habitation. He's letting you know here, my people, with or without, listen, with or without your participation, you have an opportunity to participate, but with or without it, he's saying, my people will dwell in a peace, in a shalom habitation, in secure dwellings, and in quiet resting places. And he's saying, though hell comes down on the forest and the city is brought low in humiliation, though all destruction going to be all around, the people will be in the wilderness in a shalom habitation. And again, this was for a message for the women that's struggling to get out because of different situations, because of men not doing what they're supposed to do, and the women feel all alone with their children. Jeremiah 48:6, this is what he's saying. Flee, save your lives. He's saying, flee, save your lives, and be like the heath in the wilderness. Now, this word heath, when I looked into this means it's saying just what the other scripture just said in Isaiah 32. It's saying strip yourself, make bare. So this is what he's saying. Strip yourself, make bare. Get rid of whatever holding you back. Get rid of it, no matter what it is. You say, well, it's this and it's that. You need, if this is whatever's holding you back, whatever's holding you to her, get rid of it, no matter what it is. I'm not going in there into specifics because this is between you and him. I don't have anything to do with it. This is Isaiah 35, 1 through 7. It says, the wilderness and the wasteland shall be glad for them, and the desert shall rejoice and blossom as a rose. It shall blossom abundantly and rejoice, even with happiness and singing. The splendor of Lebanon shall be given to it, the excellence of Carmel and Sharon. They shall see the splendor of Yahuah, the excellency of our mighty one. And this is something that, most people will miss. They will miss this. And we understand they're going to miss this because the road to righteousness is very, very narrow. This is strengthen the weak hands and make firm the feeble knees. That's letting you know when we get to where we need to go, we will be weakened. And he's saying strengthen those weak hands and make firm the feeble knees. Say to those who are fearful hearted, be strong. Do not fear. So, we've come a long way. We are within his borders, and we still have a road to travel. There's another road that's going to weaken us. And this is when we make this journey travel. We used to jumping in cars and planes and trains and automobiles. This is what we're used to doing. And he's saying, remember, think ancient. We're not going to be taking this wilderness trip in cars, planes, automobiles. We're not doing this. And so he's telling us, how did they do it? How they did it? This is how you are going to do it. What do you think? We're crossing the sea in cars? No. You think we're coming all together and following each other in cars? No, we have to think ancient. We're not thinking ancient when we're thinking that. We're thinking modern. So we have to get away from this modern. And once we make this trip, this will be a trip like no other, unless you're used to hiking. It says, strengthen the weak hands, make firm the feeble knees. Say to those who are fearful hearted, be strong. Do not fear. Behold, Yahuah will come with vengeance, with the recompense of Elohim. He will come and save you. We do our part. He's going to do his part. It says, this is what happens once we make it into the wilderness. He says, then the eyes of the blind shall be opened, the ears of the deaf shall be unstopped. Then the lame shall leap like a deer, and the tongue of the dumb sing. So this person never spoke. Here he is singing. The water shall burst forth in the wilderness. All of this happens in the wilderness. I brought this out before, but I must touch on it a little for some of the ones that may not have seen the scripture that I brought out on this. The streams in the desert, parched ground, shall become a pool. Here we go, with water on the ground. You're thirsty. You need a drink of water. There's no faucet. There's no pipe. There's the water on the ground. Drink. When manna came down from Shamayim, where did it fall? It fell on the ground. They picked it up and they ate it. You mean I have to pick something off the ground and eat it? If you want something to eat, remember, you must think ancient. The parched ground shall become a pool, and the thirsty land springs of water. In the habitation of jackals, where each laid, there shall be grass and reeds and rushes. Listen, grass, reeds, and rushes should not be in the wilderness. It's supposed to be dry, parched land. Nothing green growing there like grass and reeds and rushes. But for our sake, there will be water, and there will be green grass, reeds, and rushes growing there. Jeremiah 31 and 2. Thus says Yahuah, the people who survived the sword found favor in the wilderness. Listen, this is for us. We survived it. You make it into the wilderness, you survived the sword. Because while shalom going on in the wilderness, the sword will be going on in the rest part of the world. Nehemiah 9 and 21. 40 years you sustained them in the wilderness. Here's a reminder of what he's done in the past. 40 years you sustained them in the wilderness. They lacked nothing. Their clothes did not wear out, and their feet did not swell. Our people don't understand this. He was there with them. He went before them. So shall he go before us again. But this is only for the 12 tribes that shall come back together for this trip. This is only one within his borders. All of those scattered on the outside, whatever camp, whatever group, whatever. And I hate to be straightforward. Whatever community they building, all of that will fall. Every last bit of it. It will fall. Why? It's not scripturally backed. It's not scripturally sound. It's no scripture to back what they are doing. And our people need this unadulterated truth. They need the truth because we are being led to and from, and it should sicken you by now to see people being led astray, to see people go through and try to show people what's going on, and they just leading them astray. What did Yahuah tell us? What did he tell us? They want to know when would these things be and what would be the sign of your coming. The first thing he said, he told them to take heed and let no one deceive you. Before you can think of anything, you need to take heed. That means you be watchful. That means you pray, you contact him, you cry out to him. You make sure he's there with you and you follow him, his voice, and him alone. This is what he was saying. Take heed, let no one deceive you. Psalm 74:14. He says, you break the heads of Leviathan in pieces and gave him to be meat for the people inhabiting the wilderness. So here he is feeding the people by breaking the heads of Leviathan in pieces and gave it the meat to the people that's inhabiting the wilderness. This is what's before us. Psalm 72:9. They that dwell in the wilderness shall bow before him, and his enemies shall lick the dust. While we are bowing before him, the enemies are licking up dust. They will be in trouble. This is what they will be doing, and we will be bowing before him. Ezekiel 20:35. And I will bring you into the wilderness of the people, and there I will plead with you face to face. Just as he came down before in Exodus 19:20. You need to read that. You need to study that. If you've already read it, read it again. This is him coming down. This is what he's going to do once again. And the people that's within the wilderness, when he come down, this face to face, meaning he going to speak, he going to come down, it may be the same way in fire. He's going to come down with clouds, thundering, and lightning, and the people will be scared and afraid, and he will speak. We will hear his voice, and this is him speaking to the people. And the people said, they told Moshe, no, don't do this anymore. We don't want to speak to him. You speak to him and you tell us. We don't want anything to do with him. This is what they told Moshe. Ezekiel 34:25. I will make a covenant of shalom with them and cause the wild beasts to cease from the land, and they shall dwell safely in the wilderness and sleep in woods. I know these are scriptures that people do not want to bring out, but this is what's before us. I have to bring out a point here on Matthew 24:26. There are some people with some false teaching, and they're saying, these people that's telling you to leave America, to come out and to go, they're saying that, look, he's in the desert. Remember what the scriptures say. Remember what Matthew 24:26 says. Look, he's in the desert. He said, do not go out there. Don't follow these people when they say don't do that. Listen, no one, I haven't shown one scripture where it says for us to come out and go meet Yahuah in the wilderness somewhere. Never. You see, they're lying. This is a lie. And our people are believing this lie. We're not meeting him in the wilderness. We know when we make it to the wilderness, there's still a time period that must go by before he comes back. And we know every eye will see when he come back. Isaiah 51:3. This is what Yahuah says. For Yahuah will comfort Zion. He will comfort all her wasted places. He will make her wilderness like Eden and her desert like the garden of Yahuah. Happiness and gladness will be found in it. Thanksgiving, Tudah, and the voice of melody. This is what will be found in the wilderness. The people will be worshiping, will be bowing down. This is what's before us. The wilderness is before us and Babylon is behind us. Shalom.